Hi, Mick Hawes from Builders Business Black Belt. Wanted to have a chat with you about scaling your business, and this will make a lot more sense to you. If you've been in business for a while, you may have, say, 10 years plus. You may have expanded the team and increase the size and price ranges of projects and put on more team members, and got to a point where you just seem to be, everything seems to be bigger. You've got a bigger team, you've got bigger expenses, there's more money coming through the bank account. But the amount of profit that you're making seems to be reducing, and the amount of free time you have seems to be getting less and less as well, which isn't the idea. I mean, when you first start your business, you start your business for the purposes of getting more free time than you would if you're working for somebody else, and make more money than you would if you're an employee in somebody else's business. Never seems to work out that way. It's a good idea at the time, but it can. But what I want to chat with you today about is the concept of scaling your business, because I've spoken to lots and lots of builders. One comes to mind, who's one of our current black belt members, and they found out about us when they were going through a pretty bad time. They'd been in business for quite some time. They'd built a big team, and the pressure and everything of running that big team and the bigger projects and the bigger expenses and all that sort of stuff got a bit too much. So their next iteration of their business was paring everything back just to, one tradesman and an apprentice, and sort of nobody in the office and that sort of stuff. And when they started to, when they joined Black Belt, they definitely had an aversion to anything that I talked about when we talked about scaling or growing. When we had deeper conversations about it, it was kind of because of the horrible experiences they've had in the past. But what we unpacked is that the reason that they're uncomfortable about it or just don't want to know about it is that they think that if they grow again, they're going to get into that painful period again where there is lots of expenses and less time, less profit, all that sort of stuff. But through further conversations, we identified the reason that it got to that point was the business model was fundamentally flawed. And how you run your business when there's just a few people is not how you need to run your business as you start to expand. And what generally happens is, if you've got, as a dumb example, 4 problems when your business is of this size, if you double your business size, you don't have 8 problems. You don't double your business problems. They go up exponentially. You might double your business and have 4 times as many problems. So the secret to it is to build systems and processes and make sure that you don't expand too quickly, because there's so much to learn and there's so many systems and processes that need to be put in place to keep you free. And one of the processes that I would encourage you to use is like a ratchet system. And if you know one of those big jacks that they have on the side of a 4-wheel drive, and you push the lever down and it lifts it up, and then you lift the lever up and it clicks to the next ratchet step. And that's how we have to do it with a building business. Is you need to say, okay, we want to improve, let's say, the percentage of profit that we take from each project. There are a bunch of things you need to do to pull that off, and it's going to take a lot more of your time to be able to do that. But if you have an objective and it's a doable objective and you work hard to get there, when you get there, you then change your focus to how do we maintain that outcome but reduce my effort, the effort that's required to maintain that. So you focus on increasing the result, which takes you more time and effort and is more challenging. But then when you get that result, you change your focus to how do we maintain the result with me needing to be less and less and less involved. So you have this ratchet system where you improve result, reduce your time input. Improve the result, reduce your time input. The way most people do it is that they want to increase the result and they take on the extra activities to increase that result, but they never do the next bit. And then they go, well, now we need to do this. We need to put more people on, which means that you need to manage more things and more time out of your day. And they keep loading themselves up with no effort into bringing back the time needed to manage these increasing results. And eventually something breaks. So one of the tools that we've come up with to help focus on what you need to be working on right now is a thing called the Builders Scorecard. There's a link in the description. If you just click that link, answer a bunch of questions, it'll take you about 90 seconds. It will identify where the issue is, what the area of your business is that you need to work on to improve the business and reduce your pain and frustration. So it's the highest leverage, but it's not always obvious. So the scorecard is designed to help you identify it. You're too close to the coalface to know what that is. Otherwise, you would already know. So this simple tool, 90 seconds, you know what it is. You get an email with the results, so you score in the 4 important parts of your business. And you'll also get a tailor-made suggestions on how you can fix that issue based on the scores that you get on each of those areas. So 90 seconds, you'll get some really cool feedback. I really encourage you to take it because it's a simple way of making some gains super fast from an external perspective, from our experience. We've been doing this a long time. So jump into the scorecard. I hope this made sense. I hope it's got you to start to think about, well, I can scale, I can build my business without all of the pain and the ugliness that seems to come with it. And if you haven't done that before and you're thinking of doing it, I think it's important to take this scorecard so you are moving or putting your efforts in the right areas rather than finding out through experience that you put your energies and efforts in an area that doesn't give you what you want. The fundamental issue was the business model is flawed. This will help you focus in the right areas. Take the scorecard. We'll send you the stuff. Hope I get to talk to you real soon. I'm your course from Builders Business Black Belt. Bye for now.